All right, good morning. It is October the 10th, 2019. Let's take a look at yesterday evening. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the futures here. We're down 0.2 of a point. This is the 5-minute chart. Let's go in. So yesterday, really an insane day. If you were on Twitter at all last night, you saw this massive 15-minute candle right here, 3 5s go really down just over a percentage point. So in 15 minutes, we saw down a percentage point, and then we kind of went sideways, and then right here, we saw it almost get back all of that loss, move back down, and then actually go green for a little bit yesterday evening. So what happened here? Tweet came out that the Chinese delegation was leaving early. This tweet was that the Chinese delegation was not leaving early. And then it ended up, going back and forth throughout the evening. Were they leaving early? Were they not leaving early? Were there any talks? Were there not any talks? And then we kind of stabilized the rest of the way, but we could very easily be down. You see this candle, and then you see these 2 candles, or 3 candles, 2 candles, and then you start to just wonder what in the world's going on. There were folks that, were talking about the fact that our entire market right now is predicated on the idea of almost penny stock style volatility when it comes to tweeting. It's really quite insane. Okay, so anyways, here's what the futures were doing. Now we're down 1/5 of a percentage point, so certainly not terrible. Let's take a look at our positions. All right, there we go. All right, XOP, we're fine in XOP. 82% probability of profit. Nice trade there. Win. It's actually showing that it's gapping down. Let's go here into win. So 102.60. We've had 100 in volume. 104.30. So likely going to have to do something again. If we get to 102, I'm just going to take this guy off for a little bit of a loss here. That's the game plan there. UVXY is fine. If yours is showing this, at the end of the day yesterday, this is just the bid-ask spread doing crazy things. I mean, we are still more than okay on this trade. Uber's looking fine. Uber is looking fine. TLT also looking really fine. And actually, this little gap down in TLT today, 104.35, 143.68 is actually pretty good for us. I like that we're seeing this little bit of a gap down. SPX, large, room here in SPX. Gold's looking great, right smack dab in the middle. EWJ, looks like we're up. Let's actually take a look at EWJ. So EWJ looking like we're getting a little bit of a gap down. We've got a 53-cent implied move here. So 53-cent implied move. 53 cents here is right here at 55.86. 57.07. So still within that standard deviation. I think this trade's going to be profitable. Again, if we get down to this 55.92 level, I'm going to look to just take it off for a scratch loss. We've got enough in the portfolio that's doing well that we can take that off for scratch. Let's go into our scan. Let's load our long scan, see what comes up here. Long lift and DBD. We go in, we get UNG. So UNG is gapping up, so you'll want to pay attention to that if you're interested in UNG. Certainly gapping up here. Lift Hyatt. I'd be interested in Hyatt here. I wonder what Hyatt's doing. There we go, charts. Just go into Hyatt. We'll get out of this 5-minute chart. So we see Hyatt right here at 66.50. Everything is below that. I'd be interested in Hyatt. I wonder what kind of. So next week we've got a $2 implied move there. 70, not a ton. So I'm really not all that interested in Hyatt there after all. I wonder what UNG looks like. So UNG is pricing in a $1 move. So you could go, you could almost go 18.5, 17.5. Get a little bit of credit there. Wait for the bid ask to open up a little bit. You could potentially get in a nice trade there. It's right at that. So 110. It's close. It's close to being outside of that break evens. You still be inside the break evens for a little while, at least probably into the middle of next week, provided that it doesn't go down. It is showing up on our long scan. Let's take a look at the short scan. Sportsman Warehouse. Was it SWPH? Yeah. So clearly in a defined trend here. We are seeing fractal energy. It actually hits all of our markings since it just came up on the scan. So we're seeing it overbought. Fractal energy is below, so we could anticipate a reversal. And our RSI2 is also overbought. It's strong though. It's strong. If I was going to be looking at this particular trade, I'd probably just short the stock outright. Keep a tight leash. You're not seeing any real, I mean, it's interesting, right? So you see this resistance right here all the way over, and so it's unsurprising that it landed there. If we break this, I mean, then you've got 669 as the next yearly resistance that's worth anything. And so if I were to trade this, I'd just probably short this outright, give it maybe till 6, and as just kind of that even number. So short it, give it till 6 is kind of that stop loss, and then cut it after 6. Target of 515. That's probably what I'd do. So target of 515, stop loss of 6, and just short the thing outright. Let's go into earnings. So we're seeing earnings still 1022, 1019, 1011, and 1022. So not seeing anything on that particular scan. All right, that's kind of where we're at. Not really looking to do a heck of a whole lot today. Really just waiting to see what EWJ and our WIN do. Just going to kind of be monitoring that. We have our alerts in, so we go to our market alerts. Make sure you have your alerts set for whatever that looks like. So I've got EWJ, XOP, got OIH. If we get, here, want some OIH, got some OIH here. So if it goes below 10, OIH has just been so hammered. And then I got my volatility, right? So VVIX here, TLT, gold. So if it is in any of these, then I'll know that I need to do some things. I'll be adding some alerts to over the weekend, and I'll of course let folks know what those are. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, let's have a great Thursday.